Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I will talk about how Taiwanese people are different from Japanese people. I lived in two major big cities in Japan, Tokyo and Osaka. And I've been living in Taipei for 5 months now. Alright, let's start the video. The first point is personality. My life in Taiwan started with 2 weeks of quarantine. As you might have known, all people who enter Taiwan now need to quarantine for 2 weeks due to COVID-19. I was a little nervous about the quarantine because I had never stayed in a quarantine hotel, and I was not sure how strict the rules are in quarantine hotels. Also, Taiwan is a foreign country and the people speak Chinese, so it made me even more nervous, wondering if I can communicate well with Taiwanese people. Well, I arrived at the quarantine hotel, and the first thing I was surprised by was the hotel staff spoke Japanese very well. Especially under COVID-19, people are already stressed about the pandemic. So being able to communicate in Japanese was helpful. The hotel staff sent messages via line in Japanese many times, asking if everything was okay. I was very impressed by the Taiwanese people's hospitality. Although 2 weeks of quarantine was not fun, I had a comfortable time because of their support. After 2 weeks of quarantine, I settled into my house and started my everyday life. When I started a new life, firstly, I needed to communicate with the doorman of my apartment to receive packages. My Chinese was very bad at that time, and I even couldn't say numbers in Chinese, but they were very kind and tried using gestures with me. Of course, I have not always been good. I felt a little bit nervous when some people gave me a confused expression when I couldn't speak Chinese well. I made a video related to it, but the first 3 to 4 months were a little bit tough in communication. But the situation became better and better. The key reason is the advice I got on YouTube. Since I didn't have many Taiwanese friends yet, I asked for the suggestion from you guys in the other video. I got advice on what I can say in Chinese like 不好意思，我的中文不好. Also, I got many comments to let me know Taiwanese people are very understanding and supportive. Also, I got the comments that some Taiwanese people want to practice their Japanese. It encouraged me to talk to Taiwanese people a lot more. By doing this YouTube channel, I noticed very nice traits of Taiwanese people, which is Taiwanese people are very supportive when they find someone in trouble. I received helpful comments to help me lead a better life in Taipei, which was impressive. I enjoyed the conversation with you through my YouTube channel. I think there are many foreign YouTubers in Taiwan, and I assume the supportive attitude of Taiwanese people must be one big reason they enjoy making videos in Taiwan. By having these experiences, I started to feel Taiwanese people are closer to people in Osaka than people in Tokyo. If you've been to Osaka, you might know, but people in Osaka are also very friendly and try to help people who are in trouble. I'm from Tokyo, but when I started to work, I moved to Osaka to work in a company in Osaka. First, I lived in a corporate dorm, and the dorm manager was supportive, especially because she knows I'm from Tokyo. After that, I worked in Osaka for 3 years, and the people always tried to help me. But on the other hand, people in Tokyo tend to be hasty and sometimes perceived as cold. So even inside of Japan, traits are different from region to region. I see a similar tendency in Taiwan as well. When I traveled to Taidong, I had a great experience out there. The people I met there were all very nice. Especially once they knew I was from Japan, they introduced me to many places that are related to Japan. Thanks to them, I had a lot of fun memories when I traveled to Taidong. The supportive attitude of people in Taidong might also be because people in the countryside have relatively more time and are willing to help someone in trouble. If I go to the countryside in Japan, I see similar situations. So different regions have different characteristics, and it's hard to explain the character of the people in the country in just one way. The second point is purchase behavior. Not just personality, but the purchase behavior is different from region to region. For example, in Japan, people in Osaka are more sensitive to the quality of products for pricing than people in Tokyo. When I was working in Osaka, I sometimes went to dinner with my colleagues after work, and they often talked about the cost performance. People in Osaka tend to think if you pay more, it is pretty normal. You can have a good meal. So a good restaurant in Osaka should have a good meal at a reasonable price. However, the consumer behavior in Osaka is different from the one in Tokyo. Good meals tend to be expensive in Tokyo, and people do not expect a reasonable price as much as people in Osaka do. I did a marketing job in Japan, and what sells well in Tokyo and what sells well in Osaka is a little different. In Tokyo, expensive products can be sold well with the right branding, but in Osaka, people are more sensitive to the price. I feel Taiwanese people also have a very high standard for the quality of products for pricing, and I see the similarities between people in Taiwan and Osaka. I learned the expression from a Taiwanese friend, 'CP值很高, which means high cost performance for the products. Also, I heard many people in Taiwan prefer to buy things in the big sales season, such as 周年庆. I compare Taiwanese people and Japanese people's personalities and purchase behavior. I would love to hear your thoughts on this as well. The third point is appearance. In the past video, I talked about how Japanese people and Taiwanese people look alike, but if you look carefully, they are different. The first impression is many Taiwanese people are very fit. It makes sense because I always see many Taiwanese people working out when I go to the gym. And not only the gym, but the Taiwanese people prefer to do outdoor activities. I've been cycling, hiking, and so on, and I always see many Taiwanese people do outdoor activities. Of course, it does not apply to all the people, so there should be Japanese like Taiwanese and Taiwanese like Japanese for sure. I think this exercise culture is something Japan does not have. In Japan, although the number of people who go to the gym is increasing, it is still a minority. I have 3 hypotheses that many Taiwanese people do exercises. First, since it is relatively hotter in Taiwan and people tend to wear light, so they are more careful about how they look. 2 is Taiwan might have been influenced by American fitness culture to look good by staying fit. 3 is there are many gyms with a reasonable price in Taiwan. These are my hypotheses, and I would like to hear your thoughts on why fitness culture is common in Taiwan in the comments below. The first point is fashion. I see the difference in style between Taiwanese and Japanese people. When I was in Japan, my appearance was like this, even on the weekends when I was not working. After coming to Taiwan, changed to like this. Well, I guess the main reason I changed my outfit is the temperature. Taiwan is hotter. However, I want to say that in Taiwan, the people are more casual and do not necessarily need to be formal. In Japan, especially in Tokyo, many people like to wear formally with a jacket or dress. But sometimes it is tiring to prepare nice clothes always. A part of the reason is formal clothes cost more to maintain well. So I like the atmosphere in Taiwan where people are more relaxed about what to wear. Also in Taiwan, I have found one famous apparel shop called Net. When I was in Japan, I bought a lot of clothes in Uniqlo. Uniqlo is well known for its plain design and sustainability of the clothes. I really like Uniqlo, and surprisingly there are many Uniqlo in Taipei as well. But after knowing Net is the local apparel brand, I went to Net and I like it a lot. This t-shirt I'm wearing is also I bought at Net. Net's clothes have good designs and the price is reasonable. Its price is the same as Uniqlo or a little bit cheaper than Uniqlo. So after knowing the local Taiwanese brand, I'm guessing Taiwanese people prefer clothes with patterns or designs on them. In Japan, people tend to wear black, white, and beige in Tokyo, but people tend to wear more colorful patterned clothes in Osaka. So even about fashion, I think Taiwanese people are somewhat similar to people in Osaka, and I'd like to hear your opinion. Which is more popular between Net and Uniqlo in Taiwan? Or is the Canadian brand Roots, which I often see in Taiwan, more popular than the other 2 brands? And why do people prefer to wear those fashions? I'm looking forward to reading your comments. I compared Taiwanese people and Japanese people from personality, purchase behavior, appearance, and fashion. What do you think about it? When I was in Japan, I didn't know about Taiwanese people, but now I understand Taiwanese people much more deeply by living here in Taiwan. Therefore, I want to emphasize that if you visit new places or countries, you can get to know the new people and a culture that will enrich your life. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked this video, make sure to hit the like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, make sure to hit the subscribe button. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.